Halloween video for you. Last week I did one that was like really easy, last minute, kind of like Halloween costumes for lazy people basically. But for this one, I wanted to do like 2 more costumes for you that are more in depth, like more DIYs. They're really cool. I love how they turned out. They're both like 90s themed because I love the 90s. So I feel like this would be so much fun if you're going to like a theme party, or if you want to go to a party where like, I don't know, they take the costume game like really seriously. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, be sure to click that subscribe button down below. If you haven't yet, be sure to tell me what you are going as for Halloween. I was reading your comments in the last video and you guys had so many good ideas. It was amazing. So if you haven't yet, be sure to tell me, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So when I was younger, I had a Tamagotchi keychain and I treated that thing like a real pet. So I thought this would be an amazing Halloween costume, and I saw a bunch of these online as well. So I went on my computer and looked at them. The pink one was my favorite, but you could do whatever color you want. And I took a big piece of pink poster board and then I just drew out a shape that's kind of like rounded but almost more of like an egg shape. Basically, this costume is just a bunch of layers of different poster board, which is cool because it makes it really inexpensive to make. So I have a white piece of cardboard, a yellow kind of like felt piece, and then my pink piece. So what I'm doing is just I'm kind of like cutting out like a zigzag pattern in the center of my pink poster board, and then I'm going to have my yellow layer under that, and then I'm cutting out the shape for my white poster board beneath that, which is going to be our Tamagotchi screen. I know that sounds a little overwhelming, but I promise it's really simple. So we have the screen piece, the yellow piece, and then the pink piece going over top, and that's how we're going to layer it. So we're gonna go ahead and make the screen. All you're gonna need to do is go online and look up the little like Tamagotchi characters and print one out, and then I just stapled mine because it was super easy and really not noticeable. Next, an extra step, you can make it light up. I had some of this L wire that I got from Amazon and I used it on a previous DIY. It's really cool stuff if you haven't used it before, and I just taped it around, and it's battery operated, so your Tamagotchi will light up. And then I got this like plexiglass from an old frame that I wasn't using, and I just traced it out. I ended up putting this back over a gray carpet so you could see better, but I just traced it out. This is so that the screen actually looks like a cool like screen instead of just a piece of paper. So now here's our new layering. I just put that over top. Then you want to go ahead and attach them all together. Finally, I went ahead and printed off the Tamagotchi logo and just stapled it to the top. And then I used this really pretty blue like glitter felt kind of paper and just traced out some circles for the buttons at the bottom of the costume. So I just cut those out and then I stapled them again. The stapler was totally my friend during this DIY. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. I forgot to show this step, but I just used a pink ribbon to like make a tie around the top, that way it could hang from my neck. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I love that it lights up, which I think is amazing if you're going to a party like at night or trick-or-treating. And yeah, I think it's super cute. I love that it's really bright, and I, again, am obsessed with the 90s, so yeah. So this next costume is inspired by one I saw on BuzzFeed, and I'll link the article down below because the girl who made it originally is so amazing. So what I did was I went on my computer and I printed off the little Guess Who like face cards, I guess. They're kind of like Guess Who baseball cards. But anyways, so I went to Walmart and I got these like little tiny picture frames. I cut out red pieces of paper to set behind the pictures of their faces and then just put them in the frames. Super easy. If you wanted to be the blue Guess Who player instead, you could do blue instead. So next you want to go ahead and create your Guess Who board. So for this, you're going to need to puncture 4 holes in the corners of the board, and this is so that we can attach a wire so it will actually like hold itself up when you're walking around. So I just used my X-Acto knife to punch holes into the corners of the board, and then I'm taking this coated wire, which I got from Walmart. It was like $3, and I'm just taking a strand and then tying it through to the edge of the board. And I just twisted mine around a few times and kind of like tied knots, and then I took the excess and just stapled it under the board so that way it looks all nice and neat. So I did 2 wires total, and they both wrap around your neck, that way they hold up, which you will see in a minute. And then I took the frames and I just hot glued them to the board. So this is really easy. You do want to be careful with this. Obviously you don't want like to be bumping into a ton of stuff, but it does hold up pretty well.
So now that we have the board, all we have to do is create the t-shirt. So for this, I just used some iron-on transfer paper, which I use all the time. I got it from Walmart, but you can get it from any craft store. Joann works too. So I got this plain red long sleeve shirt, and then I printed a bunch of question marks. I don't know if you can tell, but I slightly tinted the background. That way I could still see it without using a ton of printer ink. So I just laid them out on my shirt and then used my iron to transfer them on. Super simple. I think it's a really nice touch, but if you wanted something easier, you could just go with a plain red shirt, and that's the completed costume. I think it's super cool, and I just love a good 90s throwback.
So I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions about the costumes, be sure to leave them down below, and I'll see you next week. Bye!